last we left you, we had traveled from New Hampshire all the way to Amarillo, Texas. But that's just the start of our journey. Now we're on our way to Gallup, New Mexico, and I'm inviting you to come and join us. Slept well last night, but we're up at the crack of the dawn. It's 7:30 a.m. and we're on our way, leaving Overnight RV Park. Be sure to check out our review of the park. I'll put a card up in the corner and a link down in the description. Our first obstacle of the day, getting across this busy highway to get some gas at the pilot station. Just so happens there's a gap in the traffic. That was really lucky. Of course, there's the obstacles in the parking lot to overcome too. Trying to stay warm while I'm pumping the gas. Keep my back to the wind. It is windy this morning. All filled up, and we're on our way. Time to get back on I-40, and right here at the ramp to the right is the Big Texan Steakhouse. I wanted to go there last night, but we got in a little late. Not enough time. I guess we'll pick it up on our next trip through. So good morning. Welcome. Wade the Grandstreeter here. We are on our journey out west. And today we are traveling from Amarillo, Texas, all the way to Gallup, New Mexico, maybe beyond. Who knows what we're going to see. We're going to stop at a couple of places along the way and see a few things. Wow, I wasn't expecting this. Work traffic in Amarillo? Well, I guess it's a major city now. Yes, we've cleared the work traffic in Amarillo, and off to the left is Cadillac Ranch. A bunch of cars half buried in the soil. They look pretty small from here. Yep, more electric windmills. It's a windy place, Texas. This is a good place for them, I guess. Some portions of the old Route 66 are still maintained. You run right along I-40. Coming up on Vega, Texas, this is our first stop. We're going to take a look at something here. We're going to get off and actually drive on the original Route 66, although it's been resurfaced, of course. Well, it looks like they haven't resurfaced it in a while. Something very unique happened to us in Vega. I'll never forget this town. We were heading east on I-40 in our little Datsun B210 when a blizzard hit. the snow piled up so bad that we had to get off the freeway. Fortunately, we had just come to Vega and we got off. We went to the first hotel, and the guy in front of me got the last room. So we sprinted down Route 66 to the other end of the town, and we stayed here at the Bonanza Hotel. That was February 26th, 1984. How do I know the date? Because that was the very date that Star Wars first aired on network TV on CBS. The room had a little hot pot in it, so we warmed up a can of SpaghettiOs, and that was dinner. We settled in and watched Star Wars. I had no idea that we were actually on the historic Route 66. Of course, in the middle of a blizzard, we didn't really care. Whoa, check out that old truck. And a rooster. And here's the other hotel that we didn't get a room at. Well, we're going to get off the interstate one more time and back onto Route 66, because here's another historic spot, Adrian, Texas. There's some historic buildings here, classics from when people traveled Route 66. That was before I-40. Look at those old gas pumps. There's the Midpoint Cafe. That should give you a clue why we're here. So yeah, we're at the midpoint between Chicago and Santa Monica. It's Midpoint, Texas, Adrian, Texas. Everybody's got to stop and do this, you know? It's very windy out here. And it's back onto I-40 we go. Before too long, we're in New Mexico. There's a billboard advertising the RV park we're going to stay at. It's at exit 16. We were getting a little hungry, so we stopped at Love's and bought some sandwiches where they have the meats. The wind out there was brutal. I could barely make it back to the truck, if you believe that. So the sandwich at the spot?
Yes, that was good.
It's been a while since we've seen flat land like this.
It is. And then the mesas down on either side of us. It's a whole different landscape.
Yeah, they have these mountains called mesas, and you see the same one for like hours on end. It's probably the most boring drive in America. But yeah, it's got its own beauty in a way.
Yeah.
A lot of red rock and red dirt.
Clay.
Yeah, red clay. Means there's lots of iron in it. I'm getting tired. I need to take a break. It's a good place to stop. I always loved the wide open prairies and chaparral of New Mexico. It's beautiful out here. finish our nap, walk the dogs, and it's time to go. So we're back on the road after a little bit of a break. The highway here just keeps going and going in a straight line, so it can be very fatiguing. And if you've been driving for a number of days, your eyes can get fatigued. I didn't have my sunglasses on, so we stopped. I took a little, 5-10 minute nap. Just a little sleep will do wonders for you on the road. Don't risk it. This concludes the public service announcement for the Grandstreeters. Do you think this Flying Sea Ranch, wants people to stop there? T-shirts, fireworks, 24-hour pumps, guy stuff, girl stuff, cool stuff. So, what have we been seeing on the road in the way of RVs?
Lots and lots of imagines and reflections.
A lot of Grand Design products.
Yep.
Number of Solitudes, a few Momentums.
Yes.
And we've seen a couple of flying Jaycos, a few of those, and some other off-brands.
And some Montanas.
Yeah, some Montanas. A lot of Airstreams too, of course. So, yeah. But a lot of Grand Designs.
Yes.
Mostly Grand Designs.
And that's because they're so well built.
If you're going to vlog on I-40, you have to have an appropriate amount of shots of the trains that drive by. And there's our first glimpse of the Rocky Mountains. Well, if we're approaching the Rockies, I better fill up on gas. And we're back on the freeway, and oh, look at that, a car carrier of Corvettes. We're in the Rockies, and before you know it, we're coming down into Albuquerque. That's a long stretch down in the valley. I can feel my ears starting to pop.
66.
Old bridge from Route 66. Okay, well, this is going to add some time to our travel. They wanted to find out what the slowdown was all about. I told you, you should have gone at that last stop. Road work. It's not an accident, just some road work. We're going to shut down one whole lane here, and then while they repave the other. But that's what it takes to keep these roads up. And it's an inconvenience, but it's better for our national travel in the long run. because you're getting potholes like that. Now, here are some true American heroes helping to rebuild and maintain our infrastructure. My hat's off to you, gentlemen.
That's hard work.
It is hard work. Ah yes, we're starting to enter Red Rock country. The long stretches and the big mesas that stretch off into the distance. I love the West. The mountains are beautiful and colorful, contrasting against the blue and white sky. So I think we just passed a sign that says Continental Divide. So on the west side of the Continental Divide, all the water runs into the Pacific. And on the east side of the Continental Divide, all the water runs into the Atlantic or the Gulf of Mexico.
Okay.
So if you put a drop of water, depending on the Continental Divide, depending on which direction it runs, depends on what ocean it's going to, or your geography lesson for the day.
Okay.
And just like that, we've arrived in Gallup, New Mexico. We're going to be looking for our RV park. It's the USA RV Park. And here we are, home for the night. All right, we made it into USA RV Park at Gallup, New Mexico. This is a very nice park. I'm going to do a review of it, so watch for that. And we're going to make some pizza, sit down, maybe watch a show or two, or watch a video or two, and then retire early, because we're going to get up early tomorrow morning and head into the Painted Desert. And then after we go to the Painted Desert, we're going to head on over to the Grand Canyon and drive the south rim from the east entrance all the way up to Trailer Village, where we'll be staying as well. So we'll see you in the morning.